Morning, everybody. Superintendent Gaham. I wanted to send a video to everybody to start this process addressing that referendum in terms of the revenue that we need to make sure that we continue to run a successful school district here. So it's been told throughout board meetings and everything like that this year it was approved, but it was a $1.8 million deficit. A lot of that can be attributed to the asbestos updates and things like that, but in truth, it's just the continuation of trying to make everything better for our kids. And inflation just is out of control, as you know, if you watch any of the news networks. And so that's kind of where we're at as a district. So we obviously just passed a really big HVAC project that is not part of this budget. It's coming out of the reserves, but that still shows you guys that the district is looking to always continue to improve the learning environment from our students. So with that being said, the first thing I wanted to do before we started with a lot of the referendum talk was to send out a survey. It's going to be in your inbox and on the website. And this survey is very simple. It's 4 questions. And the first 2 are, where do you still believe that we need to put money in moving forward if we can start getting revenue back to where it should be? And then the second question, there's 2 parts to it. What are the items that we should start looking to cut if we no longer have the revenue to support those things? And so a very simple 4 questions. It does not ask for your email. It's an anonymous survey. This is kind of really a baseline survey to kind of get at where we're at. So as a reminder, the levy that was just passed was 489. There's lots of levy videos I've already created, so you can kind of go back and watch what does 489 mean when it comes to levy. But with that only gave us a revenue just under $9 million. And so when you're $1.8 million in deficit, that number, especially with the inflation, needs to come up, and that's what that referendum is going to be all about. When I have a concrete number for you all, I promise you I'll let you know. We're currently working with some community members as part of the committee to make sure that we establish a good number that will make us healthy for a very, very, very long time, but also isn't going to be breaking the bank. If you do remember, I have said it in a couple board meetings, when you include the bond in it, it's 610. It was 638 last year. I think it's 610 this year. And so I can promise you the number is not going to be higher than 610. My guess is it's definitely going to be under 6 as well. So we're still looking to lower those taxes next year with this referendum. Again, once I have a concrete number, I promise you, you guys will immediately know what it is, and you also see the where that falls with your tax bill and everything like that. Okay, so again, this is just kind of an initial survey. I want to know where you guys think we can continue to spend our money to make sure we are putting it exactly where you guys say. And also on the other end, if revenue doesn't increase, where do we need to start cutting? Because 1.8 million is a lot of money to be cutting. And so to simply say, well, I would cut something simple, try to come up with don't do the bathrooms at the high school, or don't do the bathroom at the elementary. Just don't do that. Cut that. It's great, but that's not $1.8 million. And so I kind of need to find out from the community where they believe that money would be best spent if we continue to get that revenue. Because my promise to everybody in the community is that we're going to be spending money wisely. If that means smaller class sizes, that means improvements on buildings. If that means making better situations for our staff and students, we're going to continue to do that. And as we saw with that $5.8 million HVAC project, we're going to quite literally put our money in the right places. So if you take a moment, fill out the survey, I really would appreciate it. I'm going to be sending 3 or 4 of these videos out to try to keep everybody up to date with what's going on. And once I have the results from the survey, putting together a presentation, I'm actually going to have an open house here for Beecher residents to come and ask questions about what we're looking to do. So the whole goal of this is all about transparency. I've tried to be as open as I can during the whole time that we can't continue to run the district with the revenues that we have. It's been nice to have some of this ESSER money, but the ESSER money isn't going to cover all the additional good things that we're doing in the addition of staff that we've had over the last 2 or 3 years. So with that being said, if you could fill out the survey, I'd greatly appreciate it. Other than that, stay safe and talk to you soon.